Greetings all. So, it is all, sorry, good evening all, this is JB's 9F Evening Star Emporium here, bringing you a update on the regards of the future of my channel and YouTube. So, there have been quite a lot of talk of these changes happening on YouTube, and they're going to be like monetizing the videos, seeing if it's for kids or not for kids. I know it's going to be like a stressing time, and people just don't think it's really a good time to go on about it. But I've seen a lot of stress go on through the ages already. I mean, not as if like that. I mean, what I'm trying to say is people are starting to freak out and stress over some things that really is worrying. But in a way, I don't want to say it like in a more offensive way, but even if there is, it says for kids or not for kids, the more, how I describe this as, the more of a, in terms of separate apps, I mean, there's YouTube Music, there's YouTube Kids. Why are they actually putting stuff like for kids or not for kids? It's just weird. I mean, it's something we have to go through. I mean, some people really don't want this to happen, and it's just really nothing that we can do, of course. And the fact FTC is trying to do a safety thing. I mean, COPPA is one of those, is another fact. They're trying to make sure they're bringing up safer stuff for kids. Oh, holy smokes, I just don't realise that. Oh, anyways, what I'm trying to say is that, with the way YouTube is going, I currently have 388 subscribers on my channel. And what would they expect? I mean, they announced this like in the beginning of September, though. They would make the changes in the coming months. They were going to remove all the features like the likes and the end screens and the comment section. The comment section it's going to be upsetting because people have been like commenting on good videos that have brought some positive feedback, whereas some have made it a bit of an offense, and YouTube is just taking it down just to like, I don't know why, put it in a way, make it more safer for kids. I know, but children really shouldn't be logged on to the internet. That's one thing that I've seen from a video Thomas 1 Edward 2 Henry 3 did last year about the fandom, that he could not stand the problem of kids being bullied or tortured or upset. Especially with the way how people would rate their videos. Even if there was a video that would have contained swearing or violence, it shouldn't be for children, because if it was like an 18 style video, if it was like on a DVD in real life, that rating would describe why that feature should not be shown to children. I know it's really a bit of a stressing moment, but another thing that's really shocking is that if you don't view your video, rate it correctly, you probably get charged like $42,000. But in Britain, I don't know how much that is. I know I might be rambling on stuff, but I can't really understand much because I have a bit of a problem with my communication sometimes. It's just chance I have to practice it. I mean, it's not that bad. I'm not trying to do it as in a rude way. I mean, I'm just needing some advice and tips. Like, I'm reading all these tweets on Twitter to give me something to acknowledge, I think. And well, I know there's problems going on with this country, but that's a story for another day. I mean, I'm talking about why they would let kids on the internet. I mean, you have to be 13 to have an account. I mean, I don't say it just like there are people there. Like, when I was like a kid, my parents told me I have to be on YouTube at a certain age. I think that was like around 2009. Well, the thing is, though, there is a petition to sign to like save kids-friendly content on YouTube. I mean, what if it was like they would take down all of our accounts? I mean, I'm not just saying it because it's just the melting moment, and it's just like we're all gonna die just quickly. It's so sad though. Let me check. With only a few words how I describe this as, I don't know how it's gonna end well. It's just a bit of a stress. I mean, there's a petition. I will try and link the description if you want if you want to like spread the word round. If you just want to do some help, I guess. I mean, if it's just like for kids, I mean, it'll just have like some stuff which you think is a bit too negative. Well, it's just like, the matter is, there are some things, like the FTC shutting down like cartoon-related stuff. But I have seen YouTubers and viewers unite against the FTC regulation. I don't know if that's gonna work. It might actually fail. But I think the positive side is, I just think it might be a good idea to find some other place to go to upload. I have planned to make an account for Dailymotion, Vimeo, and there's one more. I think there's BitChute. BitChute. I'm not trying to say the B word. I'm trying to like pronounce it correctly, but I know how many people would like just worried about losing everything they've worked for, all their videos, all their creations, all their ideas, how much money they get when they're monetized. How is that going to go down? By the January 21st, New Year's Day next year, it's all gonna die out. I mean, most of it's gonna die out. What? They're fighting back against COPPA too. I'm striking back. I'm just looking at my phone right now. My iPad is currently a camera at this current moment. Well, the tyranny of the way it's going, how would I be able to concentrate? I mean, being charged like more than 42k is just terrible. I mean, I don't really have a lot of money. I need to find ways I could earn money just to like consider myself. I mean, just to like do stuff with it, just like, I don't know, use it for like doing another hobby or even do some research. Yeah, tell a lawyer that. What they don't understand is, if it contains something like the F word, that's an adult thing. I mean, the most strongest words, I know it's just a bad time for people to acknowledge how things are going at this current moment. I meant, it was a smooth thing, but for some reason, it gets worse when you think about it. The further you think about it. If we could turn back time, or if I was YouTube, I would keep it the way it is now. That's what I would do. I mean, you gotta have, like, they're taking away all personalised ads. I mean, as I was saying before, there is a petition that you can sign to say family-friendly content. I will try and post it in the description, like I told you. It just feels like a cringe or something. They're also going to remove the likes and dislikes. People have privatized their videos. Some people left YouTube. Some would say, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. This is getting really bad. I know, it's a bad time, but I just want it to change. I'm sorry, I took a while there. I was just doing a bit of research. Yeah, so I think they're also... I don't know if it's going to terminate your entire account, but I'm just really nervous inside. I mean, we've all worked so hard over the years on our content, and I mean, it's just not fair that they want to take it down, because we brought so much to a world where we could be like sociable or interact with others. I mean, I know I have autism, I know, but I rarely do interact with people online. I mean, I know I want to take part in the communities too, the Thomas fandom. I mean, it's just that I want to like try and find ways to be more of a sociable person. I mean, even if the FCC or if the FTC is bringing everything to an end. I know there was the Article 13, I think it was earlier this year, but thankfully though it didn't go through. I mean, with that Brexit thing, that's another story. I mean, I don't want to like just be like go down the drain and fall for everything we've done, and it's just like an idiotic thing. It's just bullcrap. I mean, why are they doing this? Everyone's been like working their hardest. I mean, some of them like with learning disabilities who are autistic, I mean, they don't have that many subscribers. Or some of them have quite tons and tons of those kind of stuff. I mean, I really just don't see it as like a good thing anymore. I mean, if you were on YouTube, you'd have to supervise your children to let them know what they can watch and cannot watch. I mean, there's the YouTube's app, Kids app thing. I mean, you should go and use that. I mean, it's just messed up everything. I mean, people just don't understand what it's like anymore. I mean, nothing is safe. Once this all, like, occurs, it'll just be like, nothing else is going to happen. Is there any justice left anymore? Do you think they're really just getting away with murder? Who cares? Well, there are other ways we could, like, be interactive. I mean, I have Instagram, I have Twitter, I have Facebook, but I can only accept friend requests from people I've really mingled with in real life. Although I do comment on people's videos. I mean, yes, I do. I mean, I try to be doing it in a more constructive way. I mean, but because of my disability, I just need to take a bit of time or do a bit of research, and I try to be like cool like everyone. But what about for vlogs and bloggers as well? I mean, they get tons of money. I mean, if you've been watching them, giving them loads of feedback, they can jolly well get paid as well. I mean, it's another thing, like, just having just a job means you only get very little money. I mean, you could also, but winning the lottery would be an impossible mission. Good heavens, I would still do this, but who knows? I mean, well, it's like the storm is going to swipe all of it and warp everything that we've ever worked for. I've been watching YouTube videos since 2007, and I actually had an account on 2015, but I never really noticed it until 2017 in the early days. In January 2017, I started uploading a couple of videos, but some of them were okay, some I got rid of, but Some people chose to privatize their videos is another subject. I know I've told them about that people chose to privatize, some of them wanted to privatize the videos to prevent this affection happening. So, and if we're still, I don't know, just like taking the top off the ball with this, or maybe we need to sit still, stand back, sit back and see what happens next. And I don't want to like take it too upsetting, I guess, but in a way how it's going, it's really going to be an effect on the whole compact kind of stuff. I mean, if people would just want to make money just to like get stuff they could include or try and do a life with it, like pay for their personal stuff, like when they have their own house. I mean, even if they have their house, I mean, they're gonna like need money because nobody wants to go bankrupt or in debt. I mean, it's a sad thing. I mean, I like to make YouTube videos. I mean, I like using my trains or doing other stuff with it. I mean, I can film myself. I mean, there are so many opportunities. And, for instance, I'll be right back. So I'm back, guys. I'm sorry. I keep skipping this over times, but people on YouTube have made Thomas videos. I mean, they even have the Thomas Wooden Railway community. I mean, people have like filmed loads of stuff with like their trains like this. I mean, people have made very popular wooden railway stories, or even Tommy, or even Take Long, or Erdl, or Hornby or Bathman as well. Yeah, Hornby and Bathman are both compatible, but I mean, I wouldn't want to let just my hobby of interest be destroyed completely. I mean, no, it's not. I don't want it to. I just feel like everything is completely going down the drain. I do not know every detail at this current moment. I forgot what it was. I knew what it was at... Sorry. I knew what it was at one time, but I don't remember where. I mean, people have packed their bags, moved on, and then their houses are like... Everything is just burning to the ground. It's just like ashes are piling up. There's more coming down, crashing down around me. It's a shame. Some things will be the death of us, that's for sure. But some things we just can't change very quickly. I know, but for things like, if we were to move to like another platform, for instance, let's say Dailymotion, but if Dailymotion could update things, but I mean, YouTube's been around since 2005. Yeah, and I've only discovered it 2 years later. And, well, if any social media site was around for, let's say, around in the mid-90s or late 90s, but I don't think it ever, but that's seriously not the point. I mean, it's just like, if it were to exist, things would have been different back then. I mean, it's like we're going down a step. I mean, it's like, we've done so much for these creators. I know I've been rambling. On the same things. I know. If you hear me say the same subjects over and over, I deeply apologize because let's just say, it's just not a very nice thing. And I know how much it could be an impact on all those who've done so much for themselves and for others as well. They've helped share, they build, and and if we lose it all, goodness knows what the future will hold, because if magic was real, then how do I describe this really? It just, some things it could be made better, but other things though, you just don't know how it would work. Don't think you can get a time machine that quickly. You probably need to figure out the plans and parts for it. But all I'm saying is, Thomas creators on YouTube, or any creator, for example, the Thomas and Friends fandom community isn't dead, though. It's not over, but we've got tons of good people going strong online. I mean, there's so many other platforms we can try and interact. I mean, I occasionally show what others are on Twitter to do. I mean, I do share photos on Instagram, like behind the scenes and just personal photos. Sometimes I would also do it on my Facebook, but I will only accept friend requests for people who I've interacted with a lot. I know, and I think I've seen a quote from a user named Sky Rainier say that, but I really don't want to go into detail in it, but I've done a few reviews. I mean, some of my like low untalented popular videos. I don't know how I can do this, but I may privatize them, may download them onto Google Drive. I'll try my best to do a Google Drive. If I can, then you can have a look for yourselves. But I might move some of my videos to another platform like BitChute or Dailymotion or Vimeo or Vimeo, I think it's pronounced. But I just think, I don't know what the future holds, I guess. Well, I think I'm going to have to wrap up this rambling. I know I've been rambling on enough. Changes might be coming. If they do occur, then I don't know what the future holds. I mean, we must want a future of places to socialize. We must want a future of gaining money online. And there must be other things that we have a future for. But only time will tell. Alright then. That's gonna wrap it up. I'm sorry I don't know much of the details. I've tried my best to be interactive as possible. I'll do my best. I'll still keep going on YouTube, depends. I might privatize my videos, although some people have left, some people have privatized their videos, some people have closed their channels, some deleted them, and are going to other places, but okay, that will be the end of it. But so I'd like to take the time to say thank you for watching. I hope I haven't bored you at any point, but if you've been watching this, so if you've all been watching, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. And I promise you, there are things that may get better, but we don't know how they will be. So, this is me, JB's 9F Evening Star Emporium, signing off. Take care, guys.